Hey everyone, Mark here from a Nerd Named Mark podcast. Second video today based on Superman and Lois. I felt like because I talked about it in the first video briefly, I wanted to touch on it more. And the main thing I wanted to discuss was the Arrowverse and how after watching the premiere of Superman and Lois, and about 2 weeks ago we got the fourth, I believe it was the fourth season of Black Lightning started, and I thought we don't like they're so removed from the Arrowverse that and they work. Their viewership is there, the numbers are there, and people are praising Black Lightning, and now they're praising the premiere of Superman and Lois. That we kind of don't need the Arrowverse anymore, and I feel like shows need to stop being a part of it, and we need to just lay it to rest and not have all these crossovers and tie-ins. Like for example, Black Lightning did not have a tie-in until season 3. The first 2 seasons, it was its own entity, its own identity, and the ratings and the viewership was there. I think season one, they premiered with 2.3 mil viewers, and it at the final episode 1.69 mil. And I'm like, that is good numbers. Now, yes, it has gone down, and now they're averaging about 1.5 to 1 million viewers. But at the same time, if you look at the dip in the viewership, it's because of the crossover into this Arrowverse, which was not needed. And then, the rating numbers are not out yet for Superman and Lois because it's the next morning. I haven't checked or cared to look because I'm not a big ratings person right off the bat. Like, everyone will check out a show when it first starts. You don't really know until like about the halfway, 2/3 of a season. That's when you can really tell if people, you know, care. But the Arrowverse, my problem with the Arrow, like this is mainly why I want to do this video, is the fatigue and the writing. So let's face it, Arrow's done after 8 seasons. I mean, it was like I loved Arrow. First 2 seasons were really good, my favorites, just because the flashback to the island, him having his identity. He wasn't really called Green Arrow; he was just Arrow. It was great. I mean, I got into 3 and 4, like season 3 and 4, but I kind of stopped watching. And I mean, because around season 3 or the end of season 2 into season 3 is when the Flash started. I watched the first 3, 4 seasons of Flash, and I kind of got burnt out of kind of feeling like it was the same story. Oh, hi, Ken. And then, we had Supergirl. Supergirl, I was hopeful for because at first it was on CBS. And I was just like, okay, I'll watch this. So season 1 wasn't bad. I felt like it was very, from a filmic standpoint, it was bright. Like, and like the tone, it was very colorful. It was always daylight. There were some night scenes, but it was a very well lit production. I don't know how to really describe it because I'm not a TV show producer or anything like that or a filmographer, so I don't really know the terminology. CW picked it up. They started doing the crossovers with Flash and this and that, and I'm like, oh great. And so I stopped watching because I was just tired of crossovers, and the story was getting the writing was just kind of lacking for me. So then I went and I started watching Supergirl again when Tyler Hohen, I don't even know his last name. Hi. When he debuted as Superman on there, and I was like, okay, this is intriguing. We haven't seen Superman in a TV show standpoint, technically since Lois and Clark, because Tom Welling's Smallville, he was not technically Superman until the last episode, and even then he believed in the Superman curse, so he didn't want to put the suit on. They actually CG'd him. Okay, get down. I gotta finish recording. Thank you, thank you. So I was curious and I watched it, and the writing, I touched on it in the review of the first episode. The writing really on Supergirl for Superman wasn't the best, and it kind of was eh. Like I thought he was a good Superman. I thought the visual effects and the writing are what ruined it. A couple other shows like Legends of Tomorrow, first 2 seasons, I love the first 2 seasons. It was really good. I haven't watched it, so I don't. It could still be good. I'm not sure. Just for me, I stopped watching after season 2. And then Black Lightning, I watched the first season. I have not watched the second season or the third season. I know I should. I want to. It's just I don't watch a lot of TV shows, and I don't normally have a lot of time to watch TV shows. So and I know with the last year of pandemic and quarantine, like that's no excuse, but I did rewatch a lot of other stuff. But I do plan on watching and finishing season 2 and 3 of Black Lightning. I actually really enjoyed season 1. I thought it was great writing, wasn't hokey or anything like that. It was grounded. It made sense. It didn't rely on okay, let's have Oliver Queen show up and let's do a crossover. Like, nope, it was just its own entity, which is how things need to be treated. Like, we don't need everything to have crossovers and tie-ins. And then we can talk about Batwoman, but like, I tried, and it has nothing to do with a lot of the issues a lot of people bring up of things being forced. It's that I just think the writing and the visual effects aren't there, and that's what took me out of it. Like, and some of the acting, but at the same time, if you're given certain dialogues and directed a certain way, and you have no leeway to kind of like ad lib or this and that, then it's on everybody. But I gave up on Batwoman. I tried. I never finished season 1. I got about like 7 or 8 episodes in, maybe 6 or 7, possibly. Didn't hate it. I thought it was all right, but it wasn't something I was going to go out of my way to watch. And honestly, it was just didn't appeal to me anymore. And that's the thing. It's like you could sit there and say something doesn't appeal to you. You don't have to say it's trash or you hate it or this and that. Just because it has low numbers, this and that. Those people who are watching it obviously are enjoying it. So it's obviously enjoyable to someone. It doesn't mean it's trash or garbage. It might be in your opinion, but it's not a factual statement. Same with Batwoman. Like, it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. I had issues with the writing and some of the acting and the visual effects. But obviously, if it's still getting like 300,000 people watching it, there's 2 or 300,000 people that still are enjoying it. So, I mean, they're appealing to somebody. I know that's getting a season 3, but I feel like the Crisis on Infinite Earth should have been it. That should have been the end of it. They don't need any more. It's done. It's over with. No more Arrowverse. If Superman and Lois, the first episode and the first season, because I can only speak on the first season of Black Lightning. I'm not going to speak on season 2 and 3 because I don't know. I actually had to do research to see part what part of the season Black Lightning was on when it crossed over because I didn't know because I wasn't watching it. I wasn't watching any Arrowverse shows until the Crisis of Infinite Earth crossover. So, and a few of the episodes building up to it. Other than that, I just didn't watch for like 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. So, yeah. That being said, I think Superman and Lois and Black Lightning proved you could be your own entity away from everyone else. You don't even need to mention or bring up or have any cameos of anyone else from any of the other seasons. On its own, it works. And I'm sad to see Black Lightning actually that the fourth season is final season. Like that caught me off guard because it's technically doing better than Batwoman and Supergirl. And I just don't see how it's it's not getting renewed. Like I'm looking at it really quick, so I was like, oh man, is it really like not? And I mean, the only shows that are doing better is Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. Those are the only ones that are actually doing better than Black Lightning. So I was like, I don't get it. Like, why not renew it for another season? Why is it ending at 4? But that's a whole nother thing that I like need to probably look into because I don't know if it's canceled or if they just knew it was going to end after 4 seasons. I have no idea. Uh, but yeah, uh, I don't even know what really else to say other than looking at the Arrowverse and looking at the shows that are included, looking at how Superman and Lois, the first episode went, looking at Black Lightning season 1, and I assume because it didn't cross over into the Crisis of Earth until they were well into season 3, that season 2 and season 3 up until then are probably phenomenal. And I probably would attribute the ratings dip is because of the Arrowverse tie-in. I just hope in the long run we don't need the Arrowverse anymore. I will understand if Superman and Lois ties it with Supergirl at some point, whether it's a cameo or this and that. That's inevitable because he debuted on her show. Other than that, leave it be. Let everything be separate for once. I don't know how much longer The Flash is going to be airing because I know they're starting season 8, so it's like okay, we're getting more Flash video, more seasons. I'm not watching them. I'm really not. I think as of right now, I'm gonna catch up on Black Lightning, and I'm only gonna be watching Superman and Lois. Um, and something major happens with the writing and the changes, I will jump. I will give Batwoman another chance. That's the thing. I tried to watch season two premiere, and I was like, suit design, no issue. Main actress who's Batwoman now, no issues. Just the writing and the visual effects of it. I was like, can't you give this a budget? Can't you, like, it's not getting the care and the money behind it that it needs. Like, you raise the production value, maybe get some new writers in, and I think Batwoman will be a could has potential to be a successful show. And I think also that I'd probably give it another chance because it got renewed for a third season. I I always check out a lot of YouTubers and tweets about like the CW shows. I just don't watch them. If something drastic changes in season two of Batwoman, I'll check it out and I will give it a chance. I will, even regardless, as of right now, I will watch the season three premiere because I I'm a Batwoman fan. I want to see a successful Batwoman TV show. So other than that, I think I hope they go towards it being its own thing too, and I feel like they are, but you never know. I mean, we have a lot of other stuff now that's going to be on HBO Max from DC, so it's kind of like one of those things where it's like the fatigue of comic book TV shows. It's kind of like I did a podcast episode where I talked about the fatigue of comic book movies, and now that was like for me for TV shows. But that's a ramble. That's a rant. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But I thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think of the Arrowverse? What shows do you watch? Did you watch? Did you check out Batwoman? Like, let me know what your thoughts on like the overall Arrowverse and specific shows in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share, subscribe. I don't do a lot of videos like this. I don't. I mainly like to do trailer reactions, movie reviews. I will be doing weekly reviews for Superman and Lois, spoiler free because I don't like spoiling things for people. It's my thing. I don't like spoilers, and so every once in a while I might talk about like franchises and this and that. I don't do it often because opinions and this and that involved in what I could say could be misconstrued as, what everything I'm coming from is a fan and constructive criticism. I'm not coming from a place of I just want to bash something and shit on something. I like to be positive in my negativeness. Everything, the glass is always half full for me. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm very, very positive person when it comes, even if I don't like something, I could still compliment it and find a way to be like, hey, this is at least works. This will appeal. But that being said, my name is Mark. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, see more videos of nerdy things, whether it's, like I said, movie reviews, trailer reactions, video game stuff, comic books, anime, tokusatsu, mail calls, because I do have a lot of collectibles. And that's really it. So I will see you guys in the next video.